Welcome to episode 964, Daniel Lubetzsky, The Betrayal of a Social Entrepreneur. This is a picture of Dan Lubetzsky and his wife. He said he invented a new kind of capitalism, social capitalism. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you that Karl Marx triumphed over Lubetzsky. There is still one kind of capitalism. This is an outline of episode 964.
Own worst critic. You need to figure out what is it that is your competitor to understand whether you really can differentiate yourself from the others. And then if you go through that second phase, then you go to the third phase and then you're the crusader and nobody's going to stop you.
Yes.
But I feel like you skipped the second phase. Please explain to me what differentiates you other than you being a really great chemist.
Daniel Lubetzsky was born in Mexico City in 1968 to a Jewish family originally from Lithuania.
Born in Mexico City, one of 4 kids. I lived there till I was 16 and then we moved to San Antonio, Texas. My dad was a Holocaust survivor. He was 15 and a half when he was liberated by American soldiers. He immigrated to Mexico after the war, and that's where he met my mom. The way my dad shared his experience about the Holocaust.
I think that people should be nice and good to each other. I've learned through my experience that in this big abyss of darkness, I found a couple of good things. I found good Germans. I found good Lithuanians.
Not because when their founder, Daniel Lubetzsky, was growing up in Mexico City, he was some kind of child prodigy magician.
In 1990, he graduated from Trinity University at San Antonio with a degree in International Studies and Economics. In 1997, he earned a law degree from Stanford Law School and briefly practiced law for a few months.
You go to college, you go to law school, you practice law, you become a clerk, you then go to work for McKinsey.
And then McKinsey and law were only little stints for a few months. I didn't end up
But how did you...
Now, piecework. He was an idealist.
The first business that I started after law school is called Pieceworks. We bring neighbors from conflict regions, let's say Israelis, Palestinians, to work with one another and build businesses together. When they discover each other's humanity, it shatters cultural stereotypes. And when they have profit interests, it helps cement relationships.
The turning point came in 2004 when he founded Kind. He was 38 years old. In the beginning, his business was not doing well.
So you had to see them early. So 5 a.m. I was at the Whole Foods stores, and I knew that at 7 a.m. I could go see the Rayleigh's buyer, then this one, and I would finish at 11 p.m. at night, and they were selling $1. I was so excited I would sell, $30, $50 worth of product. But it was like the beginning, it was very exciting.
Yeah. So, and in the country.
Focus. I mean, I made a ton of mistakes, but one of the biggest one was that I was just trying to be everything to everybody. When I was doing Pieceworks, we wanted to ventures all over the world, be in every store regardless of the type of store it was, have products of all types, appeal to every consumer, and we were diluting our efforts and our energy and end up becoming nothing to nobody.
Next, married with children in his 40s. In 2008, he married a doctor, and he has 4 kids. I think 4 of these in this picture are his kids. Now, The Betrayal, Part 1, The Ideal. He said he invented a new kind of capitalism called social capitalism, which is good for the capitalists and is good for the consumers also.
Interesting to try to challenge the conventional wisdom that you have to say this or that and think creatively how to do this and that. So how to make a business that's both socially impactful and economically sustainable, or a product that's more healthy and tasty.
Now, The Betrayal, Part 2. In 2017, he sold 40% of his company Kind to the Marx family. Well, I'm sorry to say that, but the Marx family, they are the real capitalist pigs. The Marx family started their empire more than 100 years ago. And now the Mars family is worth a whopping $94 billion. Betrayal Part 3, and this is complete. In 2020, he sold 100% of his company to the Mars family. This is a picture of some of the members of the Mars family. Sadly, he doesn't own Kind Health Bars anymore, and he's a mouthpiece of one kind of capitalism on the Shark Tank. Is the dude standing next to Mark Cuban in this picture. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. My next video will be Dan Lubetzsky, 9 Lessons. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.